Da 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 da. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Skyxx148 Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 1. Yeah, we're really in Season 2. What's changed? Not much, besides one big thing. Welcome the Season 2 co-host, Joseph.
I don't think my camera was right there. What's going on, Michael?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. We're in Season 2 of this podcast, you know? There's some great discussions, some great things to come, movies and all that. I even tried getting an interview with a cool person. So yeah, without a doubt, if you have not followed me on my social medias, follow me at Skyxx148 on Instagram, Twitter, and here on YouTube. My links are in the description below. And Joseph, is there any social medias you would like to plug here?
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Well, if you would like to plug them, go ahead and do so whenever you want to. Welcome, Hunter Paisley, to the podcast. First time seeing your name around here, besides the choir Zoom classes, eh? Yeah. So, what's been recent in my No, wait. I jumped the gun a little bit. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so, because subscribing is cool. If you subscribe, I'll I'll send you a cookie in the mail. Fresh, brand new, something. Yeah. So what's been recent in our lives? Joseph, shoot.
Nothing
if you'd
much.
like. Nothing much, that's it, really.
Nothing much I want to talk about.
Makes sense, man. Makes sense. But yeah, same with me. Yeah, same with me. Nothing much going on. That I want to talk about. We're just chilling, but there is one thing we both did that we do have in common, which is watching the Snyder Cut. Yes. Joseph watched it a little bit ago. I watched it last night into today, 1 a.m. And the Snyder Cut was such a fun experience, but we will get to that. Hunter says, "Hold up, how come I haven't gotten my cookie yet then, lol?" Well, Hunter, you see, I've yet to purchase the Girl Scout cookies or Chips Ahoy, and once I do, you will get first class flying mail and everything. So no worries, you'll get it eventually. Or if it's at the end of choir class, something,
He's trying to tell you he's broke.
What?
He's trying to tell you he's broke. Sorry, Hunter. Can't get your cookie.
Yeah, sorry. I am broke, and I accidentally just closed my podcast tab, but that's not my document agenda tab, but that's okay. So, Joseph, you're our co-host. You're our co-host now for the Skyxx148 Podcast, and I want to know, who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, and all that. What do you do? What's your importance here? Just tell us about yourself.
Well, for starters, my name is Joseph. As you guys can see, a little bit about myself. Same as last time I talked about myself. I do a lot of art. I draw. I have a lot of hobbies that I kind of picked up on. Exercise, guitar. I want to start collecting candles. They just smell so nice. I want to make my room smell like a whole ass Bath and Body Works. I usually keep to myself now more than ever. But I'm social. I like.
Right.
Actually, the form of art I do is kind of crazy. I want to eventually start getting into hyperrealism. Oh no, and all that nice, insane stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of work with, graphite, charcoal. I recently got out of my pen and ink, medium. I found out I was really good with that, but I want to go back to the good old charcoal graphite pencil, all that's good stuff. I want to eventually make it to that milestone, be able to do all those crazy hyper realistic pieces that you see all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook moms pages.
Yeah, I mean, you're already pretty much there. And if Joseph would like to tag his socials, I will put it in the bio. So eventually it'll be in the bio. So go check. If not this podcast, next podcast, and it will most likely be there. Or just post an image or link or something.
I'll probably post in the description.
Yeah. That's all there is there. Hunter says any treats from friends are always welcome. Appreciate the thoughts. Yeah. I also live in Fox Lake. And he also says I'm a mechanical pencil guy, but I find drawing anime in pencil is much harder than in color. Anything to elaborate there?
I also do a lot of colored pencil. That's usually where I start off with all my sketches. Like, just using a normal pencil for me isn't really the best. I just love how fine tipped it is, and I can see everything much better, and it's kind of, I don't know, it just feels better to use. So I get you there.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, before this podcast, I actually made a Google form. And on this Google form, I had a couple people that wanted to actually answer questions for Joseph, whether they're serious or not serious. So we're going to go over these questions, and Joseph will answer them if he would like to. Or you can just say no comment. And you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to share this, and I'm going to grab the link or whatever and put it in the chat if I can. I'll do that while you're answering questions. So the first one is from Richard, and the question is, why are you so fucking hot?
Well, Ricky, I don't know. I can't answer that question. I am who I am. Maybe it's the working out, the new style. I can't tell you. Maybe I'm just that amazing to look at. I was born with this, Ricky. You're just jealous.
Amazing. Next question from Ricky is, what's your sex life like?
No comment.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you can speak more freely. Go ahead. We're not going to intentionally go out of our way to use swear words and all that, but this is not a kid channel, and this is not a kid podcast. So if I want to say fuck shit, bitch, I will, Next question from Ricky is, fuck you.
I don't think that's a question, Ricky.
Yeah, it's not. I think I don't think he understands the quite the right format for questions, don't you?
Hi.
Go donate to his fundraiser. He has leukemia. Just kidding. In all
he's actually Caillou.
Amazingness. Yes, he's Caillou from the hit show on PBS Kids Network. Oh, Hunter submitted the form. We will look at that here shortly. Next questions come from I have a monster peepee. First question is, can he eat my ass?
I can, but I won't because I don't want to.
Right.
Anybody can eat your ass, but it's just a matter of consent.
Consent is key. Can I peg him? Same. Go ahead.
No.
No
butt stuff.
No, none at all. And that's it. Next form is from Hunter in our chat. First one. These are some actual questions. Thank you so much, Hunter. First question. What is your favorite type of art when sketching or drawing?
Favorite type? Like, I'm just going to assume what kind of stuff I like to draw. You said no more realistic stuff. That's kind of what I like to do. So faces, hands, body, and but the stuff that I really like to do is I like to draw comic book characters and more iconic things that will really grab people's attention, kind of pull them closer to my art, so I can get a bigger following. But I also like, I don't know, I grew up watching Marvel, watching Disney, DC, and I meant to say Disney, but I mean the Star Wars saga. I guess that's Disney. But I have yet to draw anything Star Wars. Actually, I was in the middle of this kind of small pen drawing of Palpatine, and it was turning out pretty good, but then I kind of abandoned it because I lost all motivation.
I think you should just pick that pencil up and go, do it.
Yes,
that was
basically.
terrible.
I don't, but I can. I think I have a few times.
He's completely with you on that if you do. Draw hentai.
I mean, if you're paying.
Factual. Next question from Hunter is, what is your favorite form of music?
My favorite... I don't really have a favorite form. If we're talking instruments, then like guitars. I like a lot of... No, acoustics, electrics. I do like drums. But if we're talking type of music, then indie, like a little bit of jazz. I do listen to a lot of rap now, but I used to listen to a lot of like slow acoustic versions of songs. I just find it like really soothing and really nice. But then right after, I like to hit myself with that cocaine of some hardcore scream rap.
Nice. Next question from Hunter is, what is your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show, fucking SpongeBob, without a doubt.
SpongeBob lit.
SpongeBob.
Nice. Yeah, there have been 3 more responses, but they're all very much so. You know what? No, not all of them suck. Okay. I think the person in the chat that said 7.5 out of 10 wants you to forgive him. And he says, favorite anime, favorite song, what's your address? How many locks are your windows? How many locks are on your windows and doors? Are you a heavy sleeper? Some very suspicious questions. Go ahead and answer if you would like.
2 locks on the door. There's 2 locks in every single window, and I'm a medium sleeper. Also, fuck you and go to hell.
Awesome. I love that answer. That's literally perfect. So thank you for submitting your questions, everybody. That is the end of this specific segment, and we are going to go into a mini discussion on a movie we watched in English class every day. Did you actually pay attention and watch this at all?
Did I pay attention and watch Snyder's Cut?
No, every day.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't here for 1 or 2 days because I had to drop off early for some family stuff.
Makes sense, but did you at least watch some of it?
Yeah, I did. The beginning and more towards the end of it. The beginning, I hated Rhiannon's mom. I thought I hated Rhiannon for being the way she was, but then her mom...
Before we go into that a little bit, sorry. What is Every Day? Every Day, the movie, is a movie adaptation of the book Every Day by David Leviathan, and it's pretty much this entity being is born into another body every single day and falls in love with a girl named Rhiannon, and etc. This and that. So go ahead with the Rhiannon's mother. I just wanted to give in that little fill in.
Rhiannon's mother is. Imagine a deadbeat dad that's close to his kids, but then that's his mom, her mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a good combination. Yeah, I thought the movie was pretty decent. I don't know. I don't think. I think it was just one of those movies that you put on, you watch, and it's just okay. But it's nothing that I would go out of my way to see in the theater
I
or
find it
pay
background
for.
noise.
Yeah. It's definitely just a stream it background noise while working, drawing, doing something. I know I was playing games, getting ready for musical rehearsal half the time that I was watching it, but it was pretty okay. Had a good meaning to it, good changes from the book. That's all I could really say on that. I don't know. I thought it might be a decent little topic since we both watched some of it and we could talk about it on the podcast. Just some little bit of filler content here. Yeah. Anything else to add?
I think the movie was definitely different from the book. I want to say I like the book better, but I don't want to sound like those people that are like, "Oh, don't watch the movie. The book's so much better." Yeah, it was. The movie was easier to sit through, but it was just so much different from the book. Like, I mean, do people care about spoilers? Because it's not really.
No, it came out in 2018, I think.
Yeah. So for anybody that wants to watch the movie, yeah, cover your ears for a bit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the movie, yeah, like right now, cover your ears. At the end of the movie, I think A just figures out how to like stay in somebody's body, and then Rhiannon was like, "Oh, can you stay in this guy's body?" And that was so. No, Hunter, it wasn't a new movie.
It's definitely not a new movie.
It was just, it seems so rushed, and like so many things were added that were just so much different. Because in the book, Reverend Poole, this guy who also switches bodies, but like decided to stay in this guy's body who's named Reverend Poole, and he was like trying to hunt down A and try to tell him how to stay in people's bodies. You know, so he never really got the opportunity to stay in a body more than one day. But in the movie, he did like nothing.
Yeah. Was he even in the movie? I don't recall.
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe.
I mean, I think it just put aside like some drama just to have a decent love story with a twist. And that Instagram of him logging everybody, I thought that was just, it was an okay inclusion. And did you know someone actually made that account into a real Instagram account? And, you know, it's a cool concept, but not when they post people from Russia, France, and all over the world. Like, it doesn't fit the narrative when, you know, A wouldn't be hopping across the world and overnight, unless you really had no one else to go to.
It was a great idea, but they kind of messed it up.
Great idea, not so much a great execution. In the movie wise, I think it could have been a decent show, possibly. Yeah, so that's all we really have to say on the movie Every Day. So, sorry, I'll be answering this now. What do you do, or what do you do collabs with? Because I would love to co-host a stream. I don't necessarily have collabs, really. Joseph is just the co-host, like the forever co-host right now for season 2. And season 2 is going to be going for a long, long time, so that's not going anywhere. Joseph's going to stay here. Regardless if we have to push days back, push the time up, push it further back, you know, Joseph will be here as much as he can, and we'll always try to be here. And yeah, that's all I have to really say. That, but in terms of you coming on here, maybe if you wanted, you can come on like Mr. Ricky, and you can give your thoughts on some things. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Why
What's wrong with that,
timeout?
Samantha?
Yeah, Samantha Evergreen, hello, welcome back to the channel. I remember you back from some of our earlier episodes when Tim was the co-host here. Yeah, Tim's no longer the co-host or on the podcast, sadly, but you know, it's all good now. Joseph here. We're welcoming Joseph. Yeah.
You're funny, Samantha.
You almost blend into the background. Is that trying to be racist? You know?
I mean, she called me an alien.
Oh my lord. Anyway, yeah. Why the timeout though? Just because conflicts between our friend group. That's all. That's all I have to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the next segment here on the podcast. The Snyder Cut. Oh my lord. I was extremely invested in this. I just sat down and watched it for the whole 4 hours, and it just kept going and going, and I enjoyed every single second of it. I saw the original Justice League as a birthday party with my other friends at the time, and it was a severe disappointment, but this like made up for everything. And this is a complete spoiler warning for Zack Snyder's Justice League, because we're going to talk about it and go in depth, because I know Joseph, I know myself, we're going to talk about it a little bit, and this is going to go for a decent amount of time. So if you've seen it, stick around, listen to our conversation. If you haven't, stick around and watch us just talk about it, but there is going to be a spoiler warning. So just keep with that. Yeah. So go ahead.
I know how this podcast goes. I'm going to say the first question. What are your first thoughts on it?
Oh my lord, you're flipping the switch. Awesome. My first thoughts on this were, wow, they're releasing another Justice League movie, because I didn't quite understand or know about the Snyder Cut trend. So it was all kind of just a surprise to me, and I thought it was a new movie. And so I just heard more about it, saw the trailer, and it intrigued me, and I really wanted to watch it, and I tried getting HBO Max when it came out, but that didn't quite work out because my Cyberpunk HBO Max subscription was out. But eventually I got HBO Max for Godzilla vs. Kong and watched it, and it was a really solid experience.
I think I knew what I was getting myself into watching the Snyder's Cut, because a little bit before then I heard some talk about it, about Zack Snyder coming back and remaking his original movie. But, you know, I thought it was going to be a drag, just like the Justice League that we got all that time ago. But as I started, you know, seeing more articles pop up or YouTube videos being posted about the new Zack Snyder's film, saying that it's going to be, you know, so much better, so like more, I can't even find the words, going into depth of the backgrounds, it not being so rushed and so, you know, glossing over so many things, and actually seeing it, it was so much better. I feel like it's the movie that we deserved. And that Zack Snyder shouldn't have dropped out of it. Which, why did he leave?
Oh yeah, I actually do know this. He left because his daughter committed suicide, and he had to mourn the loss of that instead of continuing production on the movie.
Oh, now I can understand why we got
Justice League. Justice League.
Justice League.
Joss, we didn't get it.
But the movie itself was so like I loved every second of it, all 4 hours. It was definitely an experience.
It was an experience, and I think it's only fair to just break it down here, and which we will do. But before we go more into that, let's go over our comments. Does Joseph like the anime Naruto?
Never seen it. Don't plan on it.
Sad. Samantha saying a very ugly comment and is going to get a timeout. Hunter Paisley, my condolences, Zack Snyder.
My condolences.
Yeah, it's good that he came back, and I don't know. Oh, where to go? So, where shall we start with this monstrous film? 4-hour runtime here.
Probably the beginning.
That's very good. That's very good.
Probably the beginning. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I remember how the beginning went.
I do, because I watched it last night.
Go
Superman dies. That's what happens. And then after
Oh
that,
yeah,
his scream echoes to the Amazons, and it wakes up the Amazon mother box. And from there, uh, Steppenwolf comes and grabs the Amazon box, and that alerts the other tribes and people and Wonder Woman.
I
And
remember how this goes now.
yep, and we also get a introduction to some characters.
I like the whole backstory of it all instead of, with the Justice League that we got, kind of just going right into it without giving us any sort of context. I like that they introduced Darkseid into it, who was going to be the person originally trying to destroy the world and like turn it into his own world, I guess. Bringing Steppenwolf as his own little minion, whereas in Justice League, I thought it was Steppenwolf's like whole plan idea to destroy the world. So it definitely gave me a lot of insight, a lot more things to think about as I'm watching the movie. As you said, it began with Superman dying, clipped to the end of, God, I can't think, the last Justice League that we got, bringing that into this movie, starting it off with a huge scene of just Superman screams echoing through the earth, alerting all the mother boxes. And we get thrown into
Hello, dear DRXD Wolf 77. What's up? Season 2, here we are. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We get thrown into a lot of backstory. Batman's trying to find superheroes. We're learning about everything that's going on. And people are kind of fitting their roles into the movie right now. Lois Lane's still mourning Superman's death. And the new Justice League is about to be formed to fight this super villain that from another world, dimension, wherever you want to call it. We learn about Darkseid's existence in this world, why he's at Earth and what he was doing there. It's just, all of it was such a cinematic masterpiece, and I can't get enough of it.
It truly was. And comparing this Justice League to the Joss Whedon cut, it's laughable. Like in the Joss Whedon cut, Steppenwolf was just a laughable kind of villain. I want to destroy the world and unite the mother boxes was his only ambition. There was nothing else to it. There was no higher power. It was just Steppenwolf, and that sucked. But in this movie, we got more depth. Why he's doing what he's doing, which is to gain Darkseid's trust, and that was a really solid element. And just the reshoots that Joss Whedon didn't make sense and were just stupid. Like during the Gotham City underground thing, Joss Whedon reshot Flash falling on Wonder Woman for like a very odd sexual reference, but in this movie, you know, Flash falls, Wonder Woman falls, and there's not that awkward moment, and it makes like the whole scene just feel complete and like runs together well, because you know you're getting the action and you're not stopping for just a stupid joke. And I think the comedy in the Zack Snyder cut was done way better, and just the dark tone, like everything just came together perfectly. And I've heard that Zack Snyder isn't the best filmmaker, but in this case, he perfected the Justice League, and it just saddens me to know that they're probably not going to take this route going forward, just because it's kind of a one-off, but who knows?
Yeah, I want to piggyback off of what you were saying. I also agree that without that joke, the stupid sexual reference, like there wasn't really a need for it. I get it, you're trying to be funny, and I mean it worked for some people, but with what was going on, the whole, you know, dramatic fight scene where they're encountering Steppenwolf, having all these hostages, this high stakes, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to? It just doesn't fit in.
Right. Ricky, give us your thoughts on the Zack Snyder Justice League. Your first impressions, yours, whatever. Go ahead, shoot.
Okay, so first of all, I'm a huge fan of Jared Leto Joker. Oh, why am I big? I have a friend who looks like Jared Leto Joker. I don't know if he's here, but his name's Preston Moland. Shout out to Preston.
You gotta out him out like that.
Yeah, but I'm glad that Jared Leto was redeemed in this movie.
I can't say the same. Like, he was just thrown into a dream sequence at the end.
Well, it wasn't a dream sequence. It was the alternate universe thing.
It was what happened after the mother box.
Oh, right. Before Flash went back and changed it.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just glad. Plus, like, Batman couldn't really like kill him, even though he said that he was gonna.
And he said the F word. He said a bad word.
Oh, Batman said bad word.
He said bad word. He said fuck.
Oh.
I can't.
Oh my god. What's with the fire?
I like arson. Also, add my snap BTS shit monkey.
Yeah.
I also made a mask. It's pretty fucking.
Oh my god. Hunter Beasley says, all right, I'm off for now. Hopefully I see you next stream. Good night, all. Good night,
Bye,
Hunter. Thank you for joining. I shall see you in choir tomorrow. Yeah, something of that nature. Should be fun. Yeah.
I see you blocked Samantha Evergreen.
Yes, I did. Racism is not tolerated in the Skyxx148 Podcast chat.
Wait, what?
There was a user.
Look at the comments.
Are they still up? Because I blocked her, so they're not there.
I still see them.
Samantha Evergreen.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but being very
You know Samantha Evergreen?
No, I don't. Very like neo-Nazi and like racist.
Yeah,
so you don't know her, but you know of her.
Yeah, she was way back when Tim was on.
Oh,
yep,
okay. Yeah,
that is very
kept
correct.
Calling me an alien and stupid brownie, saying that I blend in with the background.
Some very racially motivated things.
Want to hear my rape whistle, guys?
That's you're on here to give us your thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're not trying to get demonetized and banned off of YouTube
We're not
here.
even mad.
You're not monetized.
Shut the hell up. I'm just trying to not get in trouble and canceled later in my life when I'm more successful and they come back and see this specific podcast.
No, that was just my rape.
Just wait till I glow up.
That was just my rape whistle. But I have it in case I get jumped and my little booty hole gets tickled. But
I think you'll like that.
Richard, your thoughts on the Zack Snyder Justice
My
League?
thoughts.
Go.
okay,
Yes.
so the Joker thing.
Yeah.
I love that. I loved how when the cubes like combined and Flash did the fast run thing, and then they came back together. You could like see the flesh and stuff. I like the Superman shot of that. I like how Superman's screams echoed throughout the universe. His agonizing screams. I like
Screams of
that.
Pain, sorrow.
Screams of pain and agony.
For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow.
I'm not.
You don't get that reference?
I do get that reference.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Mr. Arson.
Sit my head up.
You almost did it.
No, but I didn't really like the fights. I wish Darkseid had a bigger part in it.
Makes sense.
I wish he actually came out of the portal thing and started fighting them.
I think they're just pulling a Thanos, hyping it up for a couple of years until, they actually fight.
I'll do it myself.
Oh God.
Yeah. Fine. I'll do it myself.
Oh my god.
This is so
Did he growl?
disorienting.
What do you mean?
I tilt my head one way and it goes the other way.
It's not me.
You do understand you can change that in your settings. Go to cam/mic, front camera, show advanced. Actually, you can't change that. Never mind.
Michael, turn off your lamp.
Why?
I'm gonna do low
Front
res.
of us. Be in the dark screen.
Is this worse?
Yeah, I don't want that look for my podcast. I'm good. So,
Why?
I don't know. I want to keep the podcast going here of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So let's keep going. Let's keep talking about the chat, or let's keep going. So, the chat, whatever. So, characters. Do you think they successfully portrayed these characters and added correct new ones?
I think so. I think they did. I liked Ricky's cameo as Lex Luthor, bringing in, who was it? Deadshot? Slade? Which one?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. I've heard so many things of it.
Stroke
Which
cock.
probably not. I'm just gonna say Slade because that's what I know him as.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how they brought him in, and because he wanted Batman dead, or he wanted somebody dead, right?
It was Batman, an eye for an eye.
Yeah, he wanted Batman dead, which I found to be pretty interesting. You know, I didn't know that they were gonna bring Slade into this movie in any way. So the same thing with Martian Manhunter. No, I thought that was a great little. You good there, Ricky?
What?
You good there?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a great little addition to the movie. You know, extending the plot a little, more secret little hints as to more upcoming movies. Maybe they're gonna pull an MCU and do miniseries.
Wait, should I put the mask on so I can blend in the background?
No, and then keep going, Joe.
No, I thought it was a good little addition.
Absolutely. I think Deathstroke was a good Oh boy, I think Deathstroke was a good post-credit scene, but I think Joker was kind of thrown in a way. Martian Manhunter was kind of thrown in. He didn't really have much of a place there besides just a cameo, so I think he just should have been just a cameo at the end or something, post-credit scene, and not specifically a part that they take a couple minutes from the movie to have this conversation with Lois, and then that's all you see with him. I don't know.
I think at the end of it, the whole after scene of what would have happened come to Flash not reversing things and going back in time. But I would like to see more of that. I want to see what would happen in this, post-apocalyptic. I can't talk. Post-apocalyptic world where now Superman is a bad guy and he's trying to kill people because he lost Lois Lane and Darkseid got to him. But
It could be kind of like a DC version of Marvel's What If. Like, what if Flash didn't rewind time? And what would be happening?
Here's the thing I don't like about that.
What?
When the cubes collided, they destroyed, everyone. And Flash redid that, and you can see everyone, becoming whole again. Superman becomes whole. So Superman couldn't be in the dreams because he was dead.
Well, they all would have been dead.
Yeah, they all would have been dead, so that can't happen.
Well, you think if Darkseid would have the power of the mother boxes, he could do as he pleases with that power. So he could easily bring anyone back if he wanted to. I mean, he's a powerful person. I thought the use of the mirror... Okay, Mira, I think she's a good character, but I don't condone the actress and her adult abuse with Johnny Depp. But I thought her character was pretty good. How she used her water powers to suck the water out of Steppenwolf, and then his blood was coming out too, because she can do that. That was really good. I think the movie really took the powers of every single character and used them to their advantage. You got to see Batman's weaknesses and strong suits, Wonder Woman's, Aquaman's, all of their weaknesses and all that. And I thought it was interesting. And Steppenwolf, the big bad guy, even though he was super strong, he's susceptible to being thrown across the damn room.
I like how they weren't afraid to show any blood too.
Oh yeah.
All the gore in the previous movies, it was always, you get thrown at 100 miles against a rock. Yo, what's up, Sophie?
What's up? Welcome to the podcast, your podcast debut.
That needs my help?
Yes.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
I can't really see
What's
that.
up?
So I'm going to bring the candle closer.
What's up?
I'll be back.
All right, sounds good. Me and Ricky will continue this.
Yes, we will.
Just turn your camera on when you're back, and I'll add you back. Joseph is gone right now. Anyway, Ricky, so I know you didn't watch this on HBO Max, but do you think it was successful for HBO Max in its 4-hour long runtime?
Oh, definitely. I don't know how it works where if you get watch time on YouTube, but I'm just reading chat, but
yeah. Hi,
sure,
Tessa.
I know a lot of people got HBO Max to watch it.
Yeah.
But me, I watched it with a friend who had HBO Max.
Right. You learned from your mistake on next week's podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of trippy to say. Oh, I should mention that next week's podcast is actually pre-recorded, so do not expect to chat live and for us to respond, even though we did respond to some people that were watching live in that specific segment. So yeah, and I think the 4:3 ratio was also very, very much successful. I liked it.
The what?
The 4:3 ratio.
What's that?
It's like the aspect ratio. You know how our stream here is so by so, but the Snyder Code is only so by so.
I liked the size. I liked all of the shots and camera angles as well.
Oh yeah, it was all good.
Yeah, like
And I watched it. Go ahead.
The scene of them like all coming back together was kind of like a sliding one. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
Oh yeah, like every scene was just good and coherent. I watched it on my 4K UHD TV over there, and it was crisp.
I watched it on my 4K TV.
Yeah, definitely. What else do we have to say? How might it affect the future of the DCEU? I don't know, because I don't know. I don't think they're going to go the Snyder Cut route in the future. This is just a one-off because fans petitioned for it, but will they actually continue with it? I do not think so. Yeah, very nice. I mean, that's all we really have to say on the Snyder Cut. If Joseph magically comes back, we will talk to him on the aspects ratio and the HBO Max release. But there is no segment, nothing after this, so I believe this is where the podcast ends. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Skyxx148 Podcast, Season 2, Episode 1. If you have not, follow me on my social medias. Follow Joseph in the description below. If you care to remember what Ricky's Snapchat was, you can add that too. Please subscribe to me on YouTube here, this platform. Put notifications on, because you know what would be awesome? If I had a a play button plaque up on my wall. That would be amazing. I know I keep saying that, but it's a dream. I would absolutely love to have that up on my wall.
Do they even do plaques anymore?
Yeah, they do.
Seriously? Oh, I heard that they weren't doing it.
No, they still do. So, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe and tune in next week for our next podcast, which is going to be Godzilla vs. Kong. And Ricky also features on that, and Joseph is our co-host, so he continues on that as well. Tune in next week. It will be going live exactly at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday. And I hope you all enjoy that. So that's all I really have for the podcast here. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week. Bye!